In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm Madison Kasper.
And I'm Daniel Lopez. Welcome back, Sharks.
In this episode of Mako TV, the Tutoring and Testing Center opened up its Academic Support Lab. NSU celebrated Dance Awareness Day, and we asked Sharks about their favorite Halloween movie.
NSU's Veterans Care Program was gifted $6 million check by the state of Florida to continue to support veterans, free of charge. Our reporter Jonathan Paul has the story.
The NSU Veterans Care Program offers free medical care to assist veterans. The program is funded by the state of Florida's Department of Health.
So the Veteran Care Program is exactly what it says, right? It serves our veterans and their families and provides health care services, whether it be dental, mental health, primary care, anything that you can think of. It's specifically dedicated to give those services to our veteran community and their families.
The appropriation is important to the program. NSU alum and veteran Fred Roger believes it displays the passion NSU has for veterans.
That's critical. I mean, as an alum, it's important to have what we call esprit de corps, so passion and love for an organization that you're a part of, and it showcases the willingness and the passion that this leadership team and all the members of NSU show towards the service community.
The NSU Veterans Care Program was appropriated $6 million. This amount will help veterans and dependents receive needed medical care.
Well, it's an important day for the veterans, it's an important day for their families, and it's an important day for the university that the state recognizes the need to invest in our purpose and our services, and the importance those services provide for the veterans and their families.
This appropriation will fund health care programs and medical equipment. Dr. Chad Perlin recognizes that the care given to veterans is important.
This event is just the moment, if you will. But the real proof of the caring is how we treat our veterans with dignity and with respect and with the highest quality health care we can provide them. So today's a great day, but really the real way we show how we care is how we deliver that care every day in NSU Health.
The NSU Veteran Care Program check presentation was held at the Allen B. Levant Center. I'm Jonathan Paul with Mako TV.
Joining me is Matt Chenworth, Senior Director of Military Affairs at NSU, to talk about Veterans Day. Welcome, Matt.
Thanks for having me.
So Veterans Day is coming up on November 11th. What does the Office of Military Affairs have planned?
Excellent. Well, we host an annual event each and every year called our Veterans Day Celebration, which is always on November 11th at 11 a.m., where we honor our veterans that are students, faculty, staff, alumni, and even some of our cadets that are looking to serve their country when they graduate.
So where can people find more information about your office in general?
Absolutely. So our office is located in the Carl DeSantis building on the first floor, but we also use a lot of different modalities to make sure people are aware of our events, from the phone boards on campus to some of the digital marketing that we have available on boards across campus, but also our social media.
Is there anything else you would like to add?
Absolutely. First off, I'd like to share that this is an event that is open to all of our NSU community. It is not limited just to our veterans. So we'd love to see our NSU students, faculty, and staff come out and show that they support and really care about our veteran community. I also would like to share, too, that the students, our faculty, our staff, we have a program that's called Nominate a Vet, where it's an opportunity for individuals to nominate, put in a recognition for a veteran that is really being a tremendous ambassador on our campus. This is somebody that may be an Army veteran, or maybe they are, they've retired after 20 years and they're working as a faculty member. So I really encourage that if we have somebody on campus that our students are aware of and they're making a difference in their life still, they're being that great ambassador, that they take a few minutes, it's a short form on our QR code that can be seen around campus, nominate that individual so that we can recognize them at our Veterans Day celebration for not only being a veteran, but their continued service through helping their community here at NSU.
Thank you for the information, and thank you so much for being here.
It was a pleasure.
For our Donor Connect segment, our host, Sarah Juman, Donor Relations Coordinator for University Advancement, sat down with Gary Opper, docent for the NSU Art Museum, to discuss his contributions to NSU.
Welcome to Donor Connect. I'm Sarah Juman, and today I'm joined by Gary Opper, longtime docent at the NSU Art Museum, Fort Lauderdale, passionate advocate for arts education, and a dedicated member of our Plan Giving Advisory Board. Welcome, Gary.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Gary recently made a legacy gift to the NSU Art Museum, demonstrating his strong commitment to the arts and our university's future. His generosity continues to inspire, from museum visitors to students pursuing creative paths. We're proud to share his journey and the lasting impact of his gift. Gary, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So let's start with your connection to NSU. What first drew you in to become a docent?
I always enjoyed museums growing up. My mother would take me. And the art museum I know had docents. So about 10 years ago, about a decade ago, I called the museum, and they have a program with the docents, and I went through the program, and I've been being a docent for about the past 10 years.
And your recent gift, your legacy gift to the NSU Art Museum is so meaningful. What inspired you to make that commitment?
Well, again, I've been there 10 years and whatever, and I always enjoyed it. And luckily, I was blessed to be successful, and I wanted to give back to the community and give back to the museum. So I chose that among some other places.
And you recently joined the Plan Giving Committee.
Yes.
What inspired you to join?
Well, I was asked, and I thought that I could make a difference and, hopefully inspire other people in the community to make gifts.
So I'm curious, what was the first piece of art or something that really got you interested in art?
I think when I was 12 years old, I went to the Yucatan Peninsula before there was a Cancun, and I went to a lot of the Mayan ruins, and I continued to go as I was growing up. And on my honeymoon, I worked it out with my wife that we would spend a certain number of days at the beach and a certain number of days among the ruins. And I really enjoyed seeing the pyramids, seeing the ball courts, seeing how they did things, seeing the paintings on the wall. And then as I got older, I started looking at their artwork. And obviously, when I go to museums, I go to the Mayan section and I look at that. So that was the first thing, and I've enjoyed it ever since. And I have a large library at my house. I probably have about 6,000 books, and I have probably a couple hundred that are dedicated to Mayan things. So I really enjoy it.
Do you have any last thoughts to share that you wanted to share with the NSU community?
Well, I hopefully that my gift inspires this generation of people to give, my generation to give, and also inspires the docents. And I hope that my touring, inspires some young child to become an artist and other people to appreciate art more.
Thank you, Gary. I really appreciated getting to know more about you and learning more about your journey and becoming a docent.
Thank you, Sarah, and thank NSU also.
This has been Mako Media Donor Connect. I'm Sarah Juman. See you next time.
Joining me to talk about updates with Mako Radio is Assistant Station Manager DJ Romy. Welcome, DJ Romy.
Thank you for having me, Daniel.
What's going on with Mako Radio?
So we're still DJing Monday through Friday nights from 6 to 9 p.m. on 88.5 FM. You can catch us DJing these awesome events on campus. And for more information, check out our Instagram at NSU_Mako Radio. And make sure to listen to our live stream, www.nova.edu/Mako Radio.
Thank you for the updates, DJ Romy.
Thank you for having me.
The Tutoring and Testing Center at NSU opened up a new academic support lab in the Alvin Sherman Library. Our reporter, Jonathan Paul, was on the scene.
The Testing and Tutoring Center brings the Academic Support Lab to the 4th floor of the Alvin Sherman Library.
We all know that space is sometimes hard to come by on campus, and we were just very lucky that through collaboration and a partnership with Academic Affairs and Dr. Kevorkian working with OIIT, that this space was identified as something that we could transition in, meet the needs of the center and the students.
This addition to the Testing and Tutoring Center is called the Academic Support Lab. This is the place where students will now receive tutoring.
I think it's a great resource for students overall, and a lot of students didn't know where it was in the previous building. So, I work at the Writing and Communication Center, which is on the other side of the hallway, so it's just nice that it's all here together.
The Academic Support Lab was brought here for students to have a bigger and comfortable space to study and focus on their academic work.
All of our tutors and pre-academic consultants are fellow underclass students, and we have a couple grads as well. So instead of getting tutoring from a professional tutor or just learning from faculty, this allows you to get material in a maybe more comfortable setting where you feel it's more approachable for students to ask questions that they maybe wouldn't otherwise.
The Academic Support Lab is located on the 4th floor of the Alvin Sherman Library. I'm Jonathan Paul with Mako TV.
Joining me from the Office of Campus Life and Student Engagement is Sadrina Colonel, Assistant Director of Student Experience. Welcome, Sadrina.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So Homecoming Week is coming up on November 9th. What do you guys have planned?
We have a lot of things planned. I am so excited for Homecoming Week because it's my first homecoming. We are starting off Homecoming on November 9th, which is a Sunday, with our fireworks. And then following that on Monday, we'll be having our pep rally. So I know everyone loves to say Bleed Shark Blue, which I think is so catchy because I love the color blue. Following that, we are going to have the Anything That Floats raft race. So if you know anyone who's interested, if you know anyone who wants to see students swimming or learning how to swim in the Gold Circle Lake, let them know to attend. After that, we have Stroll Off, and immediately after Stroll Off, we have a party, a little thank you for coming to Stroll Off, so the students will be able to mingle and just enjoy themselves. After Stroll Off, we have block painting. I know traditionally block painting has been different, but this year they are trying to make block painting a bigger event. So we'll have food trucks. It'll be a whole day. So students will be able to come, paint their blocks, and then also celebrate after. So we're looking forward to that one because it's a little different. So I think it'll be cool. After block painting is the big day. We have our homecoming parade. We have our homecoming show, so the Sharkettes will be there, and then we also have the basketball. I know everybody's a fan of basketball. I'm myself a fan of football, but basketball will do. And then finally, we will be crowning our royalty. And then on that Saturday, which will be the last day of homecoming, we have our brunch. So we have a whole bunch of different things planned, and we're excited to have all the NSU students attend.
So you mentioned crowning royalty. How can students vote?
So they can vote through Shark Hub. It'll be on your forms.
And when does the date end for that?
So it ends that Sunday.
Okay, perfect. And so where can students find more information to get more involved in homecoming?
Instagram. Everything is on Instagram and also Shark Hub. We make sure to post everything on Shark Hub so students are able to find everything that they're looking for. And if you ever have a question, you can also email campuslife@nova.edu.
Thank you so much for being here, Sadrina.
Thank you for having me.
For our Sharks on the Street segment, our reporter Olivia Nur asks our Sharks about their favorite Halloween movie.
Today is Halloween, so I am asking Sharks about their favorite Halloween movies. Let's see what NSU students are watching this spooky season. What is your favorite Halloween movie?
There's a lot to choose from. For me, I would say The Green Mask with Jim Carrey, just because of how comedic it is, and I feel like a lot of people resonate with the fact that Halloween is a fun time where you get to pretend to be someone else for a change, and I really like that.
My favorite horror movie is Hereditary, I think, yeah. I really enjoy it, yeah. It's a bit scary because the gore and stuff, right? It really freaks me out. I watched it, I think, 6th grade. Ever since then, it's been hooked me ever since because it's so scary, so yeah.
My favorite Halloween movie is Hocus Pocus. I love it. Just seeing the Sanders sisters. It's always just been funny and something that still relates to childhood to now. So, yeah.
Although I don't really believe in Halloween and I don't celebrate it either, I love The Nightmare Before Christmas.
What is your favorite Halloween movie?
My favorite Halloween movie is probably Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 1.
My favorite Halloween movie is definitely Halloween Town. I just love the nostalgia of it. It's so cute. I love it.
Maybe Saw or Terrifier.
I don't really have a favorite Halloween movie, but my favorite Halloween-related media is the Simpsons annual Treehouse of Horror specials that happen every year.
What is your favorite Halloween movie?
My favorite Halloween movie or horror movie in general, I think would be Insidious. I love them. It's probably the scariest movies I've seen, so those are it.
We have heard from NSU students about their favorite Halloween movies. Stay safe and spooky, Sharks. I'm Olivia Nur with Mako TV.
Next, for our sports segment, we have our sports reporter Isabella Fernandez de Cueto for updates on NSU sports. Welcome, Isabella, and happy birthday.
Thank you, Daniel. Joining me is Maya Esparza from Athletic Communications and the NSU Women's Swim Team. Welcome, Maya.
Hi, thanks for having me. I'm happy to be here.
How did women's tennis do at the ITA Cup?
They did awesome. Kristina Ranikova and Katia Marcus won the ITA Doubles National Championship, beating out the Barry duo.
Awesome, and there were 2 athletes named SSC Athletes of the Week. Who are they and what are their accomplishments?
Very exciting. Santiago Hoyos Lopez on the men's soccer team led the team to an undefeated week last week, and Sofia Suarez led the team last night with 2 goals to a regular season conference championship.
The cross-country teams competed in the Sunshine State Conference Championships last week. How did they do?
They did amazing. The women placed 3rd, and Jillian Thorning won a Sunshine State Conference Championship and became back-to-back Runner of the Year.
Thank you, Maya.
Thank you for having me.
The NSU women's basketball team is preparing for the season with a whole new roster. Our sports reporter Liv Zolk had the opportunity to talk to the new head coach and 2 new players. Let's watch it.
NSU women's basketball looks a little different as they take the court for the 2025-2026 season. With a brand new 15-player roster and coaching staff, the only thing on its mind is a national championship. Head coach Heather Macy, who previously coached at Barry University, believes a fresh new start comes with great opportunity.
Well, there have been great challenges, but great opportunity. I mean, our coaching staff has been together for a long time now, and the opportunity to have a fresh start, 15 new kiddos to really grow and continue to build the basketball program.
Senior guard Kirsten Green came to Nova knowing the expectations for her new team are higher than ever.
The expectation of winning is so much higher here. Obviously at Barry, like, we came in and we wanted to win, but it was like we were the underdogs. So it was like, you know, even though we felt like we could have had a better season last year, everybody's like, we had such a good season. But here, that's the bare minimum, what we did there, you know? So we coming in expecting to win almost every time, if not every time we step on that court. Everybody brings their best effort into practice every day because we know, like, you can't come into practice and, like, giving like half effort, because we have to come in giving full effort every day because we have to win and we have to be ready for everybody's best game when they play us.
5 players came from Barry University with Coach Macy, including sophomore guard Callie Morales, and a handful of advantages the team is excited to use on the court this season.
Some of the advantages are that some of us already have played together, but also the fact that no other team in our conference can scout us, just because we have 10 new people that weren't even in our conference. They're from all over. So just, I think coming out, especially the first couple games, it'll be like a punch in the face to whoever we play against.
Going into the new season, Coach Macy holds specific standards for her team that she hopes they not only live out on the court, but in their day-to-day lives.
You know, we have program standards, and so sometimes the culture piece is overused in athletics a lot of times, but our program standards are discipline, hard work, and exceeding expectations. And I hope that it's more than signs inside of our locker room, and that every day the players are embodying that and living that.
The team plays its first conference game away on November 22nd against the University of Tampa at 2 p.m. I'm Liv Zolk with Mako TV.
NSU celebrated Dance Awareness Day, an annual celebration of different types of dance. Our reporter Jonathan Paul was on the scene.
On October 15th, NSU celebrated Dance Awareness Day, a yearly event that brings the community together through movement and creativity. As part of Dance Awareness Day, free dance workshops were hosted, which were open to high school students as well as NSU students. Some of these workshops were led by special guests from Princess Cruise Lines.
So it's really important for us at Princess Cruises to partner with Nova and to share common values. So dance really brings everyone together and it really unites everyone.
Every year, Dance Awareness Day gives participants the opportunity to learn about different styles of dance. For NSU dancers, Dance Awareness Day gave them the opportunity to further explore their creativity with dance.
Dance in general can mean so many things to so many different people. And it's just overall just like a way just to release like all the energy, like especially like in school, like midterms and stuff. It's just a way to let go of all the energy, just have fun.
By having the event open to different schools, NSU is able to demonstrate the passion that goes into its own dance program.
For me, it's a chance to show what Nova can do. It gives a place for different schools to come in, to bring in outside members of the community to teach, and it just opens up a really nice, fun environment for everyone to have a chance to dance.
NSU celebrates Dance Awareness Day in October of every year. I'm Jonathan Paul with Mako TV.
Joining me for our arts segment is our executive producer and arts reporter, Jocelyn Saccucci. Welcome, Jocelyn.
Hi, Madison. I'm happy to be here.
What's going on with arts here at NSU?
On November 14th, NSU's Mako Band, Bossa Nova Chorale, and Shark Gold Vocal Ensemble are collaborating for the Peace Concert. The event begins at 7:30 p.m. in the Miniachi Performing Arts Center. On November 20th, NSU's commercial music program is celebrating the holidays with their Music for the Season performance, which will take place in the Cotilla Gallery at 12 p.m. Stage 2 hosted Mayfly on October 25th. For our Sharks in the Arts segment, our reporter Carrie Corson sat down with junior Nadia Durazio to talk about her role in Mayfly.
Welcome to Sharks in the Arts. I'm Carrie Corson. Our guest is Nadia Durazio, who is a junior entrepreneurship major with minors in theater and honor studies. Hi, Nadia. We appreciate you being with us.
I'm really happy to be here.
Oh, it is our pleasure. Can you explain to me, what is Mayfly?
Right, so Mayfly is a 24-hour student-run production. So basically what that means is we have a team of writers, actors, tech, and directors all working together to make a set of shows come together within 24 hours. So we start at 7:30 p.m. on Friday. We pick all of our teams out of a hat. There's 4 shows total this year, but sometimes it can be up to like 5 shows. And basically the writers write overnight. So they go from about 8:30 p.m. to 6 a.m. the next morning. Then directors will come in, they'll look over the scripts, then they bring in their teams of actors, and then from there we rehearse, bring in tech a little bit later, and then by 7:30 p.m. Saturday night, the show is ready to go.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was your role in this production?
So I was committee chair, which is essentially like being a production manager. So my work started weeks in advance, just bringing together a group of people, having interest meetings, gaining interest, doing social media to promote the event, and just setting up rehearsal spaces and then performance spaces and just all the behind the scenes kind of stuff.
So do you have people who wanted to be writers and actors, or just one or the other? Like, how do you decide you're the writer, you're the performer, you're the tech person?
Yeah, so people would fill out like an interest form, and then just kind of based on that, like one of my other jobs is like figuring out logistics and who can be which roles. So we try to give everybody their first or second option. So a lot of people wanted to be actors this year and directors, so we moved some people to be writers. But everybody usually gets their first or second choice, yeah.
I love that it's such an opportunity for everyone to kind of explore their interests. That's nice.
Yeah, everybody gets to try like something new or different. Like I've never really done anything behind the scenes. I'm more of like an acting person, so this was a great opportunity for me too, yeah.
What would you say was the most rewarding part of this production?
Yeah, I think just like sitting back and getting to watch the show like come together as a whole at the end of the night, especially after being up and running around all day, just getting to sit back and watch everybody go out there, do their best. There are people who I've never seen act or have worked with before, so just getting to watch them go out there and just like do amazing on stage was really rewarding too. I felt very proud of everybody who was involved.
Aw, wonderful. Yeah. Do you have any final thoughts that you'd like to share?
Yeah, first of all, thank you so much for having me on. I'm always happy to talk about the arts at NSU. If anybody is interested in either supporting or being involved in the arts here, please check out Stage 2 Productions. We're a student-run theater group on campus, but we also do dance and other various like arts opportunities. So please be sure to check us out and join us. Also, tonight at 8 p.m. in the Miniachi Theater right on campus, me and my group of co-directors are putting on production of the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and it's a really great opportunity to come out and support us and see a live shadow cast.
Very interesting. Wow, I love hearing all of these events. Mayfly is an annual event presented by Stage 2 Productions, which is an NSU student-led company, and all are welcome to participate. Information about this and other events can be found online at nova.edu/arts. This has been Sharks in the Arts. I'm Carrie Corson. Until next time, carry on.
Thank you, Carrie.
Thank you for your updates, Jocelyn.
Thank you, Madison.
For our health update, I got the chance to sit down with Dr. Aarti Raja to discuss how the environment impacts health. Welcome to the Health Update. I'm Madison Kasper. With me is Dr. Aarti Raja, Mako Media's Science and Health Advisor. Welcome, Dr. Raja.
Thank you, Madison.
Our topic today is how the climate affects public health. Dr. Raja, with the hotter temperatures that we're seeing here in South Florida, how is that affecting people's health?
One of the issues is as the weather gets hotter, it does impact certain disease conditions or certain problems. The main problems include things like people who are suffering from asthma or any type of lung disease or respiratory issues will probably suffer a little more as the heat gets worse.
So when we get these heavy storms and rain, how does that affect the water?
So one of the reasons that, one thing that happens when there is heavy rain or increased water from flooding and things like that is water tends to stand around. So when you have standing water, there is increased risk of things like mosquitoes breeding. And with that comes mosquito-borne diseases, especially in South Florida. That's a problem because we do have that population of mosquito that is prevalent here. So if we have flood waters or rainwater that just kind of lingers around, maybe the mosquito population will breed, and with that, they bring a variety of diseases, and they may start transmitting those diseases to the humans. So there's risk of that.
So what are local health departments doing to keep people safe and healthy?
Absolutely. So in Florida, the Florida Department of Health often puts out information regarding high heat, high temperature, and how to prepare yourself, how to protect yourself, how to stay cool, where to go. All this information, yes, it's on their website, but in case we cannot access their website, they try to put out infographics and posters and pamphlets and things like that. You can either get them at your doctor's offices, or places like college campuses will post this kind of information. And also the Florida Department of Health works hand in hand with a lot of local hospitals and local radio stations, television stations, local media, newspapers. All these places put out information on where to go if you need help, especially if a hurricane comes through and we lose power. There are areas, mandated places where we can go so that we are in a relatively cooler place with better services. So that information gets put out by the Florida Department of Health.
How is this affecting college students?
It greatly impacts college students because we, on our college premise, we're in an area that could be impacted by a hurricane. So we have to make preparations. Colleges inform students, and I hope everyone knows, but on our campus we have a designated building, which is where this is located, the UC, the University Center, where students can go to in the event of these kind of problems where there's high heat or we have a hurricane or we lose power. So it really impacts us as college students, as all the college students here, because we are living in that environment and we just have to learn and know how to deal with it and where to go if we need this help.
Thank you, Dr. Raja.
Thank you, Madison.
This has been the Mako Media Health Update. I'm Madison Kasper. See you next time. That is all for this episode of Mako TV. You can catch our solo release videos on our YouTube channel at Mako Television.
You can also follow us on Instagram at NSU_Mako TV. Thank you for watching.
See you next time.
Go
Go
Sharks!
Sharks!